Looks like he's already had too much. No point. He's fast asleep. Yuck. Looks like it hasn't been cleaned in months. Hey, that kind of looks like Phil. Gives the patrons something to look at, besides each other's ugly mugs. Wonder if that's the mascot. Surprisingly well stocked for such a remote place. Not a bad-looking fellow.
Tell me, Harley, have you ever had real tequila?
You mean the stuff you put in Danny's chili?
No, that was mezcal. I am talking about the stuff made from blue agave. Bartender, 2 shots of your finest tequila, if you please. To what shall we toast?
Let's raise a glass to our newfound friendship.
Now you're talking. Salud. What do you think?
I thought tequila was supposed to burn like hell.
Only the inferior kind. Good tequila is smooth as water. I like this place. Reminds me of home.
You must really miss it, huh?
It is a wound in my heart. But I cannot go home until I know I am not leading my men into a massacre at the border. Until I have more recruits and sufficient supplies and equipment, my only option is to stay here and plan. Yet, every moment I remain in exile, the corpse of the revolution rots.
Instead of lamenting your exile, why not do something about it from here?
Like what?
Send word to the people back in New Spain? Publish a manifesto? Something is better than nothing.
I am a fighter, not a writer.
That's what I once thought, too.
All well and good, but I am not like you. For me, the sword is mightier than the pen. Shall we have another?
Absolutely.
Bartender, 2 more, please. This time, I have something. To the success of the new Spanish Revolution. ¡Viva la Revolución de Nueva España! ¡Salud!
La revolución. General Márquez.
Hernandez.
Friend of yours?
Friend? That man is a traitor. Traidor! Toma!
¡Ay!
After him. Do not let that snake escape.
Phil?
Over here. He cannot have gone far. There is no way out of here, but it is too dark to see back there.
Who is that? And what's happening right now?
No time to explain. We need to find Hernandez quickly. That traitorous bastard is hiding in the dark like the rat he is. We must flush him out so he cannot take us by surprise.
I'll see what I can do. A wooden pole. Oof! It's heavier than it looks. Did you check among these crates?
Yes, he's not back there.
Smells of alcohol. That would be far more effective if it was burning. There, that should help. If only this lamp were brighter. I can't reach the lamp. Did you check among these crates?
Yes.
That's better.
The blood trail ends here. He's either in that back room or behind those crates. You take one, I will take the other. Aha!
Phil, wait!
Wait for what? This man is a traitor, pure and simple. And there is only one way to deal with traitors.
Por favor, no me mates. Te lo ruego, tengo familia.
What's he saying?
He's begging for his life. Says he has a family. Clearly a lie, or he would be with them instead of face down in his drink. No me mientas, bastardo.
I am not lying, I swear.
Oh, so you finally learned some English, did you? What other tricks have you learned since you deserted, I wonder?
I feel like I'm missing something. What's the story here?
The story is this man is a deserter. He abandoned his compadres when they needed him the most.
No, it is not like that.
Cállate, cabrón.
Look, I helped you find the man. At least tell me what happened.
Fine. Hernandez was one of the revolution's best defenders. I thought he was loyal.
I was. I am.
But he was among the first to flee when the Spanish army came to Jicotea.
No, I can explain.
So can I. You chose to run like a coward instead of staying and fighting like a man. It takes a low sword to abandon someone who is counting on you. You said so yourself, Harley.
That's true, but everyone deserves a chance to tell their side of the story.
I do not understand. When Stokes left us to the Otham, you weren't interested in hearing his explanation. You even agreed with me that he was a no-good deserter. Yet now, you're willing to listen to this traitor?
That was different. It was plain to see that Stokes was a bastard.
So the difference is that you were there to see it for yourself.
Well,
What you are saying is you do not believe me.
I never said that.
Stokes was practically a stranger, with no allegiance of loyalty. Hernandez was a brother in arms. So yes, it is different. His betrayal is far, far worse. Why is my word not enough for you to accept that?
Fine. So you're just going to kill him?
No, I am not just going to kill him. I am bringing a traitor to justice.
General, please. We were outnumbered 10 to 1. It was hopeless. I have a family who needs me. What was I meant to do?
You were meant to fight for your freedom, for your family's freedom, to die for it if necessary. Do you know how many of your brothers gave their lives so you could run off and make merry in some alpine cantina?
As many as gave their lives so you could do the same.
What? How dare you?
I heard about the massacre at Jicotea, and yet I see you standing here before me. Did you stand and fight? Did you die gloriously for freedom? No, you ran, just as I did, because there was no victory possible. The only difference is that you justified your cowardice by calling it a retreat.
pay attention to him, Phil. He's just stalling.
I don't think you're a coward.
I am not so sure anymore. I assessed the situation and made strategic decisions. That is what a general does. If our front line had not broken and scattered before the enemy, more lives might have been saved in an orderly retreat. But I preserved what forces I could to fight another day. I wept for every man, woman, and child who died at Jicotea. I should have died alongside them, but I didn't. Yes, I survived, damn you. I kept the revolution alive.
And so did I. I ran to Vespuccia, just like you, because New Spain is no place now for revolutionaries. Was I a coward? Yes, and I cannot escape that shame. If you feel you must execute me for that, then so be it. But a traitor? Never. I love my country, and my heart still beats for her freedom. I will gladly return to fight for it, if you will have me back.
Ay, Hernandez, why do you do this to me? I never doubted your loyalty until you broke. But now, what would you do if you were in my position, Harley?
One moment of weakness shouldn't define your whole life. We're all better than who we are on our worst day. Seems to me your government would like nothing better than to have one less rebel in the world. Why give them the satisfaction? Give him a chance to redeem himself. Let him rejoin the fight.
I am sorry, Harley, but I cannot. His treason cannot go unpunished. Let him be an example to others whose faith would falter.
No! No!
It had to be done.
We should leave, quickly.
You will get no objections from me. Vamos.
Why don't you go on ahead? I'd like a minute to collect my thoughts.
Very well.
Oh, good, you're back. We're low on food. If we want to eat tonight, we'll need to hunt for more. I'll let y'all decide what we're after. Round here, the fishing's pretty good, and there's plenty of rabbits and pheasants. Personally, I'd suggest rabbits. Easiest to catch and prepare.
I wouldn't be opposed to some pheasant. Danny makes a mean stew.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What kind of fish are common around here?
Mostly salmon.
Ah, then fishing gets my vote.
Yes, I vote fishing as well.
And you, Legere?
I think pheasant sounds great.
Then it's decided. The three of you who wanted pheasant, take the rifles in the wagon and get hunting. Rest of us will start making camp.
I'm thinking this'll be a good place to hunt. You all right handling that thing, Harley?
More than all right. In fact, I'll wager I get more birds than you do.
You're on. Let's get to it. Okay, everybody ready? Time to shoot us some supper. Ain't this the damnedest luck?
Yeah!
Woo-wee!
Yeah!
Damn, it got away. Not a bad haul. Plenty to go around.
Told you I'd bag more birds.
So you did. Nice shooting. Shame you forgot to name any steaks.
I'll take the compliment as my reward.
What was that?
Oh, shit.
Holy.
Whoa. What do we do?
Keep your heads. No sudden moves.
I think it wants our birds.
Let's back away slowly. I think that's what you're supposed to do with bears.
Sure. But I've got a clean shot.
I'm backing away some more.
Okay. Nice and slow.
What if you threw at one of the pheasants, Danny?
Might be enough to distract it so we can get away. I think we're clear. Keep moving back slowly.
That was close.
Way too close for my liking.
But we live to see another day, and that's what matters.
At least we still have plenty of food for supper.
And a hell of a story to tell.
Speaking of, we should get the fire ready.
Now that was some good eating. Wonder if that bear feels the same. So, I've been meaning to ask, what's everybody planning on doing with their share of Clark's stash?
Jake, is that something we should really be talking about?
Look, I ain't deaf. I've known about your little treasure hunt for a while. Far as I'm concerned, that's your business, and I want no part of it. You paid me to get you to El Presidio, and that's what I'm doing.
Miss Johnson's been a valuable member of this group. I think we should cut her in.
You're kind, Legere, but I ain't interested. I was taught to earn an honest living, and that's what I intend to do.
Anyhow, the question stands.
I think I'd like to buy a new pair of six-shooters. Maybe a horse. It'd be nice to travel the countryside, too.
Have we not been doing that?
Well, sure, but I meant for pleasure. What about you, Phil?
My share will go to the revolution, of course. I do not know how much it will help at this point, but I must do something for my people.
That's good of you, Phil. I think I'd like to open my own clinic.
Dr. Redbird, eh?
Well, no, I can't practice as a doctor, but I could continue as an herbalist. Or maybe a midwife.
So get your medical license. You're already worth 10 of those frontier quacks out there. They're all practicing with some scrap of parchment they paid some fancy school for. You could just write in for one. You'd never have to attend a class or show your face.
Perhaps that's something to consider. You sure you aren't interested in joining us, Miss Johnson? The extra money could let you stay in one place for a while.
An interesting thought. But I don't mind moving around. At least until I find something worth staying put for.
What about you, Harley?
Having some extra money would be a good excuse to keep traveling. Hell, maybe I can get out of Vespuccia and see the world.
Sounds like a great idea.
And you, Jake?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it.
But you asked the question.
Sure, but because I was curious about you folks. Truth be told, I ain't in much of a hurry for this trip to end.
Well, that's awful sweet.
Oh, I'll lay off, will you? All right, folks, I'm turning in. See y'all in the morning.
How are you feeling, Phil?
Well, I have had much to think about of late. The incident with Hernandez has left me uneasy. Perhaps I was too rash in dealing with him. The penalty for treason has always been death, but Perhaps I should have spared him. And what of the revolution? Or the mystery of the fort's Aurum shipments? I have yet to hear from Lieutenant General de la Vega regarding either. So many questions and so few answers.
Sounds like you really do have a lot on your mind.
Indeed. Would you like to join me in a toast to the fallen?
Gladly.
A los caídos. Salud.
Salud.
I believe I will retire for the evening. Good night to you all.
Doing all right, Danny?
I think so, yeah. You talking about traveling got me thinking. There's so many places I'd love to see. Europe, for instance. Or even China. It'd be great to see where my parents came from.
Suppose you'd have to convince Jake to take his show international?
Yeah, I guess that's probably the only way I'd ever make it to those places. I'm feeling pretty tired. Think I'll hit the hay.
Glad to see you and Lisa Lou getting along so well.
She's a great pup. Suddenly the road feels a little less lonely. Ain't that right, girl?
Good girl. You okay, Nadine? You seem lost in thought.
Oh, I was just contemplating what Miss Johnson said about me getting a license. I never really thought about it before. On one hand, it's exciting to think about all the possibilities, but it's also just as terrifying to consider the unknown.
Well, I think Miss Johnson has a point. You should try for your license. Anyway, isn't considering the unknown all part of being a doctor?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll give it some more thought. It seems I'm sleepier than I thought. I should get to bed.
Fair enough. Get some rest.
Good night, Harley.
Looks like you and I are the last ones standing for a change.
Imagine that. You going to bed?
Guess so. You?
Not just yet. Time to get in my nightly walk.
All right. Enjoy yourself. See you in the morning.
Good night, Legere. Come on, girl.
Morning. We ready to head out?
We should be once Lola returns. She said she was going to go scout down the road a ways.
That was a while ago. Maybe we should go check on her.
I'll go look for her.
You sure?
Yeah. Be back in no time. The breakfast fire's still going.